In this video, let's talk about motherhood. It's been a year since I have been a mother. A year and a few weeks now. My daughter turned 1 year old on the 19th of December, and I made a video actually showing you a virtual party that we created for her birthday. But it's been a year. Let's just all take a collective breath for what 2020 has been. This is the first video I'm filming in 2021, and I thought I'd kick the year off sharing a few lessons that I have learned this year, not only as a mother, but I think specifically about being a parent during a global pandemic has had its fair share of challenges. So without further ado, let's start talking about things I've learned in this year. The first thing is that the plan is that there's no plan and you have to think on your feet. I think as a parent you can do all the prep that you want, you can read the books, take the courses, whatever it is, but at the end of the day when you're in the thick of it and you have to put your baby down to sleep, or you have to breastfeed, or you have to feed them, all of the theory pretty much can go out the window because you have to figure out what to do in that moment. You had to make decisions with incomplete information or just feeling comfortable with the unknown. Specifically within the context of the pandemic, there were weeks when we had made some travel plans for the future. There would be new information coming in that would change our decision. This is a lesson I'll carry throughout my journey of being a mother, that the plan is there's no plan and you have to think on your feet. The second lesson is I have learned how to be creative within the remit of our home. This has been a long year, and all of this year we have spent it in our home. The furthest we have been is our local supermarket. No, sorry, the city center. We went in the city center twice this year. Kind of have to be resourceful with what you have. You have to be creative about your clothes and your food and your activities and the things that you do as a family. Reinvent always and find sparks of magic and things to do within the remit of your home. If we can be creative in this current situation, then it's going to be absolutely amazing once we can all travel again. The third thing I reflected on this year has been the ability to think about care and responsibility in a global sense. I'm not responsible just for myself, just for my family. I'm responsible for everyone. And when we say everyone, we truly mean everyone on the planet. Our actions are interlinked, connected with everyone else's actions. If you don't do that, or if you fall prey to disinformation, you really are endangering not just yourself and your health, but everyone around you. Hopefully in 2021 we will take this forward with us, this responsibility, also our trust and faith in science to be the base for our decisions and our actions. The fourth thing is that I miss my village. Now, the saying that it takes a village to raise a child, I completely underestimated that. I don't know, it's because again I took for granted that I'd be able to see my friends and family. The highlights of my year have been the ones where we had friends come over to cook for us and spoil us in the early part of the year, hang out with Harper for a bit and to give us a little break. For a solid 7 months we were on our own, day in, day out. It felt very much like Groundhog Day. Love Bill Murray in the movie. It doesn't usually have to be this difficult because you will have access to friends and family. I think moving forward again, knowing how much we've been able to do on our own, it's going to be wonderful to be able to have that support network again. The fifth lesson is this too shall pass. Now I'm sure any new parent out there has experienced difficulties with sleeping and eating and periods of sickness and going to the hospital and all the trials and tribulations that come with growing a human being. When we were in the thick of it, when we were going through some of the most difficult times, some people would say, this too shall pass. I'll admit that in the moment when you're going through it, when someone tells you that this too shall pass can feel a little bit annoying because the last thing you're thinking is that it will pass. You kind of feel that you'll be stuck in that moment forever. But looking back, my first year of motherhood and having gone through some very, very challenging times, indeed, it passed. You know, that those difficult moments passed, and I have a different understanding and appreciation for that expression now. I hope I won't say it to my friends who have babies as well, because I know how difficult it feels. But I think reflecting on my own experience this year is indeed, this too has passed, or those hard moments have passed indeed. And the final point, and following on from my 5th lesson, is the fact that it does not get easier. As a parent, perhaps talking to people who don't have children, you may have heard, oh, I'm sure it gets easier with time, or I'm sure things are getting better. The answer to that is yes and no, in the sense that it does get easier because I feel more confident in my role as a mother, and because I have more experience, having gone through some pretty challenging times. But it does not get easier because the challenges and the problems that come are just much more complex and more difficult. Our resilience as parents also grows, and we're able to just make harder choices, set firm boundaries, and all of the beautiful aspects that come with toddlerhood. Overall, I have really enjoyed being a mother. I'm not going to lie to say that everything has been rainbows and unicorns, and no, Karen, I don't enjoy every minute of it. But for the most part, I think it's been an amazing journey, and I'm proud of the mother I am. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you resonate with these lessons, or if you've got other lessons you'd like to share, please let me know. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next week.